Safety myth. Suburbs are statistically more dangerous than cities, but real estate agents keep selling safety. Calgary's suburban communities report higher pedestrian fatality rates than downtown. Phoenix suburbs see more car crashes per capita than urban Phoenix. The safe suburb story is marketing disguised as city planning. Suburbs force everyone into cars, and cars are the leading cause of preventable physical trauma for people under 50 in North America. Wide residential streets encourage speeding because drivers feel comfortable going fast. That curve on your quiet cul-de-sac? Drivers hit it at 45 miles per hour instead of the posted 25. Studies from Toronto show suburban traffic injuries increase 40% compared to grid neighborhoods. Your kids can't walk anywhere because the infrastructure assumes everyone drives. The grocery store is 2 miles away with no sidewalk. School is across a 6-lane arterial road with no crossing guard. You drove your kid 3 blocks because letting them walk feels dangerous, and you're right to feel that way. The design creates the danger, then sells you the solution by isolating you further. Investment lie. That house you bought for $400,000 thinking it would appreciate? The suburbs are a depreciating asset pretending to be an investment. Infrastructure costs per household in sprawling suburbs run 3 times higher than dense neighborhoods. Property taxes in Aurora, Colorado increased 60% over 10 years to maintain aging suburban infrastructure. Your street needs repaving every 20 years at $500,000 per mile. Water pipes underneath cost another $2 million per mile to replace. The suburb can't afford it because tax revenue per acre is too low. Strongtown's research shows suburban development operates at a financial loss for municipalities. Your property value includes a hidden debt bomb. When those pipes burst in 30 years, someone pays. Either your property taxes triple, or services get cut, or property values collapse. Suburbs built in the 1960s are failing now. Streetlights go dark, potholes don't get filled, the strip mall becomes a dead plaza. Toronto's inner suburbs from the 1970s show this pattern clearly. Housing stock deteriorates faster than urban row houses because suburban homes are larger and more expensive to maintain. Your investment is a liability wearing a disguise. Freedom trap. Suburban marketing promises freedom, but you're trapped in your car for survival. The average American suburban household spends $12,000 yearly on car expenses. That's mortgage payment money going to transportation. You need 2 cars minimum because nothing is walkable. Melbourne's outer suburbs force 90% of trips by car. Your teenager can't work until they can drive. Your elderly parent becomes housebound when they can't drive anymore. In reality, this isn't freedom. It's car dependency masquerading as choice. The design eliminates alternatives, then calls driving a lifestyle preference. You can't bike to the store because there's no safe bike lane, just a painted line on a fast road. You can't take a bus because it runs once an hour. You can't walk because the nearest destination is 40 minutes away on a road with no sidewalk. Freedom means options. Suburbs provide one option, then charge you $12,000 annually for the privilege. Vancouver's suburban residents spend 18% of income on transportation. Urban residents spend 9%. The difference is choice. Cities offer cars, transit, walking, and cycling. Suburbs offer cars and more cars. Privacy. Illusion. You move to the suburbs for privacy, but your neighbors watch everything you do. Cul-de-sac designs create fishbowl living, where every driveway faces every other driveway. Your neighbor knows when you leave for work. They know when you come home late. They see your Amazon deliveries. They notice your lawn height compared to theirs. The Homeowners Association enforces conformity through social pressure and strict rules. You can't paint your house without approval. You can't park your car on the street overnight. You can't hang laundry outside. Privacy is an illusion maintained by codes and covenants that control your property. British Columbia's suburban HOAs fine residents for unapproved mailboxes. Texas suburbs ban political signs. The privacy you bought comes with more rules than apartment living. At least apartment neighbors mind their own business because they don't have HOA bylaws governing your behavior. Suburban privacy means hiding inside your house while conforming outside it. That's not privacy, that's performance. Community loss. Suburbs promise community, but deliver isolation in a cul-de-sac. You don't know your neighbors because you never see them outside. Everyone drives into their garage and closes the door. There's no corner store where you bump into people. No plaza where kids play together. Sydney's suburbs report lower social trust than inner neighborhoods. Community requires spontaneous encounters, and suburban design eliminates spontaneity. You have to schedule playdates because kids can't walk to each other's houses. You have to drive to see friends because nothing is walking distance. The tight-knit community exists only in marketing brochures. Real community forms around shared spaces and chance encounters. Jane Jacobs explained this 60 years ago. Sidewalks create community. Mixed-use neighborhoods create community. Suburbs create isolation, with large yards acting as physical buffers to genuine human contact. Studies from Ontario show suburban residents report higher loneliness despite larger homes. You traded community for square footage and discovered that space doesn't replace connection. The neighborhood barbecue happens twice a year because organizing it requires effort. Real community happens daily without planning. Greenwashing. Your lawn is not nature. It's an ecological disaster requiring 200 gallons of water weekly. American suburbs use 30% of public water supply on grass. That's not environmentally friendly. That's environmental destruction with a mower. Real nature has biodiversity. Your monoculture lawn supports virtually no wildlife. The pesticides kill bees and butterflies. The fertilizer runs into streams, causing algae blooms. Auckland's suburbs contribute more water pollution per acre than industrial zones. You're told lawns provide green space, but parking lots are also green when painted. Actual nature means native plants, diverse species, and functional ecosystems. Your lawn is outdoor carpet requiring maintenance, chemicals, and resources while providing nothing ecological. Studies show suburban lawns generate more carbon emissions through maintenance than they sequester through growth. The mower alone burns 5 gallons monthly. Add fertilizer production, water pumping, and pesticide manufacturing. You're running an environmental deficit disguised as nature. Canadian suburbs using native plants reduce water use by 60% and increase bird populations by 40%. But homeowner associations ban native gardens for looking messy. School myth. Suburban schools aren't automatically better. They're just better funded by property taxes. School quality correlates with neighborhood wealth, not suburban location. Toronto's urban schools outperform many suburban schools when controlling for income. The myth persists because suburbs attract higher income families who would send kids to good schools anywhere. Your kid's school is good because wealthy parents donate money and time, not because it's located in a suburb. Urban schools with similar funding levels show identical results. London's data proves this repeatedly. The real difference is class segregation, not educational quality. Suburbs use school quality as a marketing tool, while the actual driver is property values determining school funding. This creates a feedback loop where expensive suburbs get better schools because they have more money, which attracts more wealthy families, which increases funding further. Meanwhile, the school itself teaches the same curriculum with similar quality teachers. Your $800,000 house bought you access to other wealthy families, not superior education. The same teacher teaching in the suburban school could teach downtown with identical results given equal class sizes and resources. Affordability lie. Suburbs look affordable until you count the hidden costs stacking up monthly. Your $350,000 house is cheaper than a $500,000 condo until you add $12,000 yearly car expenses, $3,000 higher utilities, $2,000 more maintenance, and $1,000 extra insurance. Now you're paying $18,000 more annually. Norwegian data shows suburban living costs 25% more than city living at equivalent home sizes. You're house rich but cash poor because all your money services the lifestyle required by suburban infrastructure. Every trip costs money, driving to work costs money, heating a larger detached house costs money, cooling it costs money, maintaining the yard costs money, 2 cars cost money. That affordable suburb is expensive once you count everything. Swiss researchers calculated total cost of living, including transportation, and found urban apartments cheaper than suburban houses across most income levels. The mortgage might be lower, but the lifestyle is more expensive. You're paying for infrastructure inefficiency. Those wide streets, long pipes, and spread out services cost more to build and maintain per household. The municipality passes those costs to you through fees and taxes that increase yearly. Your property taxes will double in 20 years while your services decline. That's not affordable. That's a debt trap with a yard. Like this video if suburbs ever lied to you, and subscribe for more urban reality checks.